All right, we are recording a quick video on the breaking news of Lamar Jackson requesting a trade. You guys don't normally get these type of videos from us, these instant reactions, but I figured this was big enough for us to record something real quick.
Hmm.
Obviously, we're going to be talking about it tonight on the Ravens Roundup and also on Wednesday night on the LBHT show starting at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're tuned into that. But yeah, listen, you guys see I'm not in my normal setting. I'm actually at work. I figure I run out here. B's also working, but he ran home real quick and set up the studio. All right. Um, but listen, Lamar put out a statement saying as of March 2nd, he requested a trade from the team. Said it's just about business, that they didn't really value him
Hmm.
to where he thought he should be valued. And look, this looks like it's the end. But is it the end, B? Is it the end?
Yeah, no, I think it is because like this guy Jason from Over the Cap said, this is kind of a common thing in negotiations where players will be like, "Pay me or trade me," right? Because they want their money and it's just trying to you know use some whatever leverage they have. But that doesn't usually come out, and the fact that it was almost a full month ago that he requested the trade and he's just announcing it publicly now tells me that he was serious about it and his feelings haven't changed. And obviously, the Ravens don't value him the way that he feels he should be valued. That's been the running story with this whole contract thing from the beginning, is that they just don't want to pay him what he feels he's worth. And I don't think that there's going to be anything that changes the way that Baltimore values Lamar. And there's not going to be anything that changes the way Lamar values himself, right? So I think at this point they're going to be looking for or maybe they already have been looking for the best possible deal to move him.
Now, because I'm at work and, they're talking about it and they know that I'm a Ravens fan over here. A lot of people have been asking my opinion on this. There's there's been a lot of different reports about what he's been offered. A lot of people believe that Lamar has been offered the second highest uh, contract in NFL history.
Well, I mean, I don't know the like I know obviously Deshaun Watson's the highest. I know that they offered him 133 at signing. I don't know where that ranks in terms of all the other contracts, right? Like I know that's more than what Kyler got at signing. And that his injury guarantee was 175. Again, I'm not sure where that ranks. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it was a little bit higher than the previous number two or something like that. But again, that's not really the issue, right? The issue is he has a number, and whatever you offered him is lower than that number.
Right.
And it's not the 200 million that they tried to put out and make people believe. He wasn't offered 200 million guaranteed. Uh, so and that's the other part too. But Lamar has never actually said what he's looking for. A lot of people assume that he's looking for a fully guaranteed contract. There's been a few reports that's not what he's looking for, but we don't know the actual number. Um, it just comes down to the fact that what the Ravens think he's worth and what Lamar thinks he's worth are different numbers, and
Right.
they are not. I mean, according to reports, they're not particularly close on on what they think Lamar is worth. So, again, I don't see what would push Baltimore to offer him more money. And certainly I don't know anything that would make Lamar go back to EDC and say, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong. I'll take less."
Yeah. I think that I don't know. He requested this trade on the second. Obviously no trade has happened yet. You haven't heard anything about the Ravens shopping him. It could be one of those things that they're waiting until the draft. You know, you haven't really heard any teams making any offers, um, or they're still trying to get a deal done, right? And their hope is one of these teams does make them an offer, they match it, and they say, "Hey, listen, this is the offer that you agreed to with them. You know, we'll match that. You stay here." I think the Ravens are still kind of confused. I don't think they want him to go. necessarily. I think they are trying to get him what he, close to what he would settle on. I won't say what he wants because they don't want to give him what he wants. But I think if I think this makes more sense now that they put him on the non-exclusive tender, right? They say, hey, well, he wants to go. Let's see if a team will make him an offer, and let's say, okay, well, you agree to that, we'll match that, and see if he'll be cool with that.
Yeah, well, it depends on how serious Lamar is about being done in Baltimore, right? Because um, if he's really done and he's just like, listen, you've been disrespecting me with these offers. I don't feel like you value me. I want to play somewhere else. Then the non-exclusive tag is not going to work either because he's not going to sign a deal with another team without the understanding that Baltimore's not going to match it. And you can't just say, hey, yeah, we won't match it and then match it and keep him. That's negotiated in bad faith. I like I said, it just comes down to what he's really feeling about the organization at this point. And for me, the fact that he asked for the trade on the second, it's now, late March, and he's announcing it publicly, tells me that he's kind of done. And like they want him to stay, but they want him to stay at their number, and they're not really making any serious efforts to move closer to where he wants to be. So I think he is serious about being gone. Like, I mean, it was basically a thank you goodbye letter to fans that he was
Yeah.
posting on Twitter, right? So, and as far as them waiting to the draft, they could. It depends on who's interested, right? Like if Carolina's interested, there's no need to wait, right? And you get that pick, you get whatever quarterback you want. But yeah, it depends on who is interested and what they're really offering and what Baltimore will be able to get at that spot. Um, I think if he's going to be traded, I think it'll happen before the draft.
Okay, well then that gives us about what, 4 weeks?
Yeah, about 1 month,
Okay.
almost exactly.
Okay, but yeah, from the time this recording, it gives him about a month. Um, and I think he's pushing for that too. I think that's why he put it out right now, saying, "Hey, I'm asking to leave Baltimore."
Yeah,
Right? It was a good run. And listen, man, as a Ravens fan, it sucks, right? As a Lamar fan, I'm happy for him because you know how. I mean, look, our fans know how we feel about black quarterbacks in general and how historically how they've been treated in this league. And I'm
mhm,
glad finally a black quarterback is stepping up and saying, "I'm not going to take that." Right?
yeah,
I'm going to make it difficult on you. You're not going to just, give me crap to work with and then, disrespect me with the contract.
yeah.
Either you're going to pay me everything or you're going to surround me with everything, you know, or
And
both.
and I don't like generally speaking, I don't think that they have personal issues. Like they don't have anything
No.
personally against Lamar. He doesn't have anything personally against them. But it's kind of hard to keep thinking that when he made the announcement right at the beginning of John Harbaugh's press conference, so that reporters would swarm him with questions about the trade.
Oh yeah.
That seemed a little personal.
I think the the last couple of weeks where stuff is getting leaked out, especially the one about his business partner, right?
Mhm.
By Mike Florio, I think that left a sour taste in his mouth where it's like, okay, we agree that we're not gonna make anything public, but all these things keep coming out. You saying it's not by you, but who else is releasing it if it ain't you, right? It's coming from your camp, someone in your camp, and he has to keep shooting things down.
Yeah,
And he's looking like the crazy person, like he's an unprofessional person. So he's like, you know what? We tried, it's not working out. I'll just go ahead and let people know that I just don't want to be here anymore,
yeah,
you know. And then let you guys answer all the questions from here on out, right? That's coming from
yeah.
his mouth, so it doesn't have to come from any reporter or anything like that. He said it.
Hmm.
Um, Now I will say this, cause I don't want to make this a long video. Um, this and we're going to talk more about this tonight on the Ravens Roundup over on Sip to Tally Films channel, and also on Wednesday night on our channel for LBHT show. But this speaks to how far behind the times the Ravens are, um, how withdrawn from reality they really are, to
Hmm.
where they can't keep a unanimous league MVP on their team after his rookie contract simply because they don't understand the value. of the quarterback position and the value of offense. It is a total failure. It is an embarrassment to this organization, and they really need to take a look from within at their philosophy and how they do business, because this is only going to get worse from here.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they needed to look within. I think they need to clean house. I would say that for a few years that they need a complete organizational shift. And they have to get rid of EDC. They got to let Ozzie go. They got to get rid of John Harbaugh, and they got to get new blood in there because, like you said, those people are stuck in the past, and they are, despite their plans blowing up in their face over and over and over again, they are incapable or just they don't have any interest in adjusting to the times. So,
Yeah. Well, all right, we will wrap it up there. Again, we will be discussing more of this on Coach Evans' channel, Sip to Tally Films. So make sure you subscribe there. We will be on the Ravens Roundup tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, that's us. I got Hendo from the Road Pod. You got Chris. I'm not sure if Chris is coming back tonight, but Chris just joking from the Deep Cover Pod. Also, OTR Mike from Open Mic with OTR Mike. We will all be there. And then once again, on Wednesday, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, the LBHT show. I'm sure we will dedicate most of that stream to this Lamar talk as hopefully more unfolds by then. Okay,
yes.
but in the meantime, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Also smash that like button on your way out, and we will see you guys very soon. Peace out.